job of not putting coffee mugs on my table. Good morning. I'm trying to get this ink stain off my table. Good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. It's Friday. We made it. Does anybody else on their sewing table ever get like I know coffee stains and water bottle stains, but like I always get ink stains, like, but there's nothing dripping out of the ink. I swear my room sometimes is like the Twilight Zone. Mysterious things happen. Good morning. It's Friday. So I have a few things on my list today to do. I need to finish up an order, start another order, and then I have a test that I'm going to do today, and then I'm going to film it on Saturday because I believe the designer is going to go have the product live on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. And I think you're going to like it because it's a scrap buster. The only hint I can give you, it's non-frame fabrics. And I think it's kind of cool. I don't think it will take that long. So that video should come out, I think, Monday. And then I still plan on doing the Mercury bag. I plan on filming this one. I think I'm going to film it the 29th and the 30th. So if you don't have that one, and you want to try it, I made the bag. Oh, I don't know where my husband put it. And this bag actually comes together pretty quickly. I know it's a really intense book, but it's because the directions are like verbatim. Like if you follow exactly how everything's interfaced and cut out, it kind of just flows. I think this could be definitely done on a domestic machine. I do believe you need to use a hop jumper on some parts. I had to use a hop jumper on my baby Juki because it's not a walking foot machine. It's just a straight stitch machine. And be cognizant of your materials. But there's a lot of cool features on this. I think I like this bag because it's not similar to the Trailblazer, but it reminds me of the Trailblazer. Does that make sense? Good morning. It doesn't have, it's not shaped like the Trailblazer whatsoever, but there's something how, like, when I was intimidated to a hop jumper, or it's like you put it underneath your, like if you're in an area and your foot is inclined up, you put it behind your foot so that way it's leveled. They call it different things like jean jumpers, needle skippers, a hop HOP jumper. It's just so everything could level out if you have a domestic machine or a straight stitch machine, so that you could continue to stitch going up or down. It's just like whatever your foot goes up mostly. So I think I'm going to do this second. The first one I did in cotton woven, and I use like accents of like on the side. I use on the side and like accent pieces for the exterior, but you could probably use all vinyl or cork because we're not binding. It's a birthing method. So it's just really up to you on what you want to do. We're going to be making the large. Whenever I tell people to, if they're debating on what size to make, I always tell people to make the large. So that way, I don't know. I always feel like larges are easier to sew than small. I'm trying to figure out why I do that, but I know there are piece differences. So if you do cut out the small, I'm making the large. There are piece differences, and the large also has the nice padded shoulder straps and the small doesn't. So I think that's why I was doing it, because I was like, hey, what if people go camping, or they're going to a Disney park, or they're going away for the weekend, or hiking, like the shoulder. I like having nice shoulder straps versus just webbing digging in my arm. I don't know about you, but when that webbing is like digging in here, you're like, okay, I'm done with this bag. So I should be filming. I'm going to be shooting to film the Mercury the 29th and the 30th because I would like it to be released on the 31st. There is one pattern that should be coming out tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but on Monday. And for the people on Patreon, I'm filming today the skill builder, so that way it could be available for tomorrow. And I'm filming the second part of the Ojima bag this weekend too, so it could be available first thing Tuesday. So a little bit, I'm looking at all the schedules. I have everything written down in 2 different books. I need to merge as one. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited about the Mercury bag. I think you're going to like it. I think you're going to make this bag for a lot of people. And when you make it, and if you made the Trailblazer, please tell me if you feel like, when I first did the Trailblazer, I was scared. Like, I was like, there's so many pieces. And then when I put it together, I was like, I was literally scared for nothing. It's one of the funnest bags to make. No, I haven't done the apothecary. I've seen Lauren, I've seen Alex, I've seen all these people have made it. I have yet to make it. I have it cut out, but I haven't made it yet. I am going to start doing something a little bit different. I was speaking to one of the Patreon people, and she mentioned really coolly that, Emmeline Bags gives you what bags she's going to be making the month before. So it gives you time to collect all the supplies you need if you want to make that bag. So I think I'm going to do the same thing. My goal is by Monday, I could tell you what I'm making on February every day of the week. So that way you can see and you can collect if you want to be a part of that so long, or if you don't. And then if you do, then you can have time to collect your supplies. So that way it's not just like, surprise, we're doing this. And you're like, oh, I don't have that kind of slider. So, that, and I'm also going to do that with Patreons. Patreons are probably going to put a post today or tomorrow asking what kind of bag do you want to modify for February, so that way you guys can prepare yourselves to get materials ahead of time. Yes, it was Teresa that gave me that idea, and I really appreciate it. After I thought about that, I was like, yeah, it does help tremendously to be prepared in advance. Yeah, because it's really weird. I should have thought of that. My biggest pet peeve in testing is when someone's like, hey, you want to test? And you're like, yes, I haven't tested for you for a long time and I can't wait. And they're like, the testing period is for 4 days, surprise. And you're like, whoa, I don't carry hardware like that. So I always have to order, and then you feel rushed because you feel like it may not be like the color that you want, or because like my go-to person, if I have to rush to do a test, is I buy from Lauren. Because I don't know what Lauren's team does, but if you put in an order right now, it ships the same day. So like, yay. My other person for the US that has fast turnaround for shipping is my Handmade Space. But something weird happens with her tracking numbers. She gives you a tracking number, and then like you look at it the next day and it doesn't show movement. And then the following day it's at your house and you're like, what? What? So those are my 2 people for the East Coast that I go to. If I was, well, you know what? Sally Tomatoes is in Wisconsin, and they send their hardware the same day too. So I always look for because when I test, sometimes I don't have all like the things that I need. If I have a little bit more financial cushion, I will order from Emmeline Bags and then pay for DHL. Like Emmeline Bags is like the best prices for me, hands down, but it's the shipping. So if I know I have like the cushion to pay, like absorb that shipping and absorb any fees that come in, tariff fees, then I will immediately order from them, because I can get multiple items that I need in a lot of different color ways. And then I also could look at like new fabrics that came out, like from Allison Glass or whatever, and throw them in the cart, not think anything about it. But in America, if I have a test and I don't have all the equipment, I use Mormino. Mormino, everyone, I don't, Mormino and Sally Tomatoes and Emmeline Bags and Handmade Space. I think they're pretty like known across the Facebook world. I like looking at other people too. Like if I lived in the UK, I would buy all my hardware and all my zipper tape, my pulls, and my interfacing through Country Cow. Whenever I purchase anything for her, I try to add stuff in because her zipper pulls are so elegant. So elegant. I definitely, oh my, yeah. Mel right now is crazy. I don't blame it on any suppliers. None. Mel is just is just crazy. I sent off a bag to um Arkansas, yeah, and I used a FedEx large box. I sent it, and then for 2 days there was no traction, no nothing. I'm like, okay, did they lose my box? And then the customer's like, oh my god, I got my box. You ship so fast, thank you. And I'm like, wait, there's no scans, like none. Yeah, the mail system is broken. It's just my favorite mail system, though, I'm not gonna lie, is DHL because first of all, they have longer hours that they're open because they're around the world. Second, they are not opposed to calling the driver like, okay, so the package has been going out for delivery for 8 hours. What time do you plan on being at this person's house? I'm like, this is amazing. And it maybe because they're smaller, they're not as big as like FedEx or UPS or USPS. Yeah. And then right now there's like a whole bunch of controversy and craziness going with the Royal Mail right now. So I feel for the UK like big time because it has to affect small businesses and big businesses and just business period. So like it's a lot. So yeah, Mercury bag we're gonna do at the end of this month, and I'm really excited to do it. And I did mine in all cotton with just like little hints of accents of vinyl, and it was pretty amazing. I really liked it, and I think I might do it again. I kind of want to do like a Disney one, but I haven't figured it out yet. So we have a new pattern that should be released next week. That video will be happening, and I have you know how like in the beginning of last year 2022 I did Nova's Notions. I got a notion and it should be here today. So I might do a small video filming it, and then it'll just like post randomly this weekend or this Monday for a notion because I seen someone else have one and I was like, wait a minute, this looks interesting. What I'm sorry. Oh yeah. Hi. So yeah, I love Notions. You know what I want to try so bad, but I need more disposable cash. Have you guys seen that thing from Simplicity when it makes bias binding tape? I'm just like, what? Like you just cut it and like it looks like a roller and it makes the bias binding. It's from Simplicity, and at like a year ago you only were able to get it like older ones from like eBay. And I guess Simplicity was like, "Oh, it's in demand and you can get it on Amazon brand new." But that thing costs like $200. And I don't know it's a nervous purchase. I feel like quilters would love it, but as much as we bind in bags, it might be something we want to look into. Yeah, but like, cause I bind a bag at least a day, right? And then I do cut out my own binding tape because I want it to match. If I don't have twill tape to match the color, then I cut out bias binding. So I cut out and I make bias binding at least 4 times a week at the very minimal. And it's nerve-wracking. Yes, I know. I want one, and I wanted to do a really good thorough like Nova's Notions segment, like show you how the product works and then like go back 6 months from now Is it still working? Was there a fuse that blew out? The whole 9 yards. Like, because I feel like that is anything over $100 is an investment piece. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm frugal. But again, I'm the person that likes 99 cents rulers. So, no, I want one, but I haven't pulled the trigger. That's a lot of money. So, but I do make a lot of bias tape. Yeah, well, it's because the thing is that okay, so most people, if you're doing Ora Rosa, there's only a handful of bags, like 2 or 3 of her bags that don't have bias binding. So I make the Erica Bowler that needs bias on 2 sides, and I usually make it the color like I whatever color I have to make sure it all looks good. It just it is a that is a hefty price, and I don't know. And then I also like some of my favorite patterns are from Noodlehead, and I get a lot of requests to get the Maker's Bag. The Maker's Bag, like quilters, knitters love that bag. What the part of that bag that makes it look so cool is if you don't use a solid color and like you use like a Tula Pink or lights or lines, polka dots, something, and I make my bias binding, or we just made the project bag from the Peacekeeper from by Annie. Bias tape. And I was going to make actually one of her backpacks for my carry-on, not my carry-on, but my personal item for So Magical, because I want to quilt a bag so bad. It's been a long time. There's 2 things I want to make by Annie. I want the Places for Everything 2.0. And she has like a couple of backpacks that I want to make, but all her stuff ends in binding. I know I really want it, and I do want to do a demonstration because I haven't seen anyone do a demonstration on that machine. Um, but I haven't looked in the quilting world, so maybe there's some quilters that have done that as a tutorial. I see it every time I see it. It's in my Amazon wish list, but I haven't just got it yet. It's something I'm definitely going to think about. Oh yeah, aqua quilts are really cool. I have a die cutter because okay, it's what is it? It's Sizzix. Okay, look, this is how much I'm a fan of Sarah Lawson. She has like 4 patterns that are cut out through Sizzix. I use it, and then she even has her purse straps tabs on Sizzix. So I literally bought a small Sizzix just for her patterns. I have no other patterns for Sizzix except hers. Yeah, mine's no big act. I got a Sizzix because it was on clearance. 2, I think it was like a return or something, and I got it for like 50% off, and I got it solely to get the Sizzix cut dies for So Sweetness, because I'm telling you, Christmas bazaars, farmers markets, like sewing retreats, whatever, those little bags sell for me. And when you can just cut them out like this with the foam and everything, you're like, best day ever. Best day ever. I do have one of those. I like that machine. I like the AquaQuilt, and I seen the one that they have for like those professional ones, the AquaQuilt maker thing, where it's like massive, like it's metal. I'm like, holy moly. I just want to like press the button and see it go through. No way. No way. The piping? You're going to make me want to get something. I use piping all the time. All the time. Okay, another one of my bags that did pretty good last year and is doing really good this year, and we're only 20 days in, and I've sold 3, is the Clover Convertible Case by Blue Calla. You put piping in the flap and then on the sides. Oh my God, I want it. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. Oh yeah, I want to make a quilt. Okay, so like there's one thing I want to make a quilt, or like Mr. Domestic makes these quilt jackets. Tara does that too. From Creation, she makes these from a quilt. She'll make like a jacket. I really want to make one of those for next fall and winter, but I want to make it with like all of Tim Holtz fabrics. Yeah. I am so sorry, guys. No one, no, no, no. No one has to get anything. We are enablers, but no one has to get anything. No pressure. I like AquaQuilt. I do have Sizzix, so I won't get one of those because it's like I feel like they both do the same thing. I mean, but the AquaQuilt is way better. And then I've seen like the one where like it's like all metal and it kind of looks like a table thing. I'm sorry. I definitely would love to have, I'm not gonna lie, I want the bias tape. Now that you told me it's piping, my husband was probably looking at this live like, no. Yeah, the piping thing just sold me. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's things I'd learned how to do piping. Like I talked to one upholsterer and he showed me how to make my own, like, okay, the piping, the faux piping you get are the ones with the plastic that are with vinyl. There's so much work that goes into it, but he gave me like a rough synopsis on how to do it with vinyl adhesive glue and then cutting in snips for myself so that way it can curve. But yeah, I use a lot of fabric piping. Like a lot. Like I love piping. So, I wonder if you can use like the water resistant canvas and make piping. Oh yeah, somebody needs to get it because I want to know if you can use water resistant canvas and make piping, because how awesome would that be? It's the same thickness as cotton or canvas. Just saying. And if it's a heating source, all you have to do is make sure that the woven side is the side that touch the heating source and not the plastic side. I want to do some experiments now. I'm gonna be thinking about that all day. I just want you all to know. Because if you could do waterproof canvas piping, game changer. Oh my God, this is an expensive life. Oh, you have Kindle. Kindle, I'm not getting the piping thing. No, baby. We're not getting it, right, guys? Tell Kindle we're not getting it. We're not getting it. Now, one of you could help me out and say, no, Kindle, Shadova's not getting it. Yeah, so I know see, Julie, but see, Kindle is like 6 comments up saying good morning, baby. So we're just talking about it, we're just, yeah, you should be able to use waterproof canvas. See, now he's saying, sure. Now I'm thinking like, huh. And you know what? I would I wouldn't recommend getting it on eBay. I would recommend you getting it on Amazon because you have a longer return process. It's like you have a longer time to return stuff. Jenny, this is right here. Me and you. Now we're Air 5 and we're best buddies. I know you. We're just wishing out loud, Deb. Yeah, we're just wishing out loud. That's a legitimate thing. Okay. Oh, so one random thing. Okay, here we go. As you can see, I have freckles. I have really pale skin. I have like bushy eyebrows. So I was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go get my eyebrows done. Like thread it, because that's how I usually get it done. When I used to get it done, I haven't got my eyebrows done since COVID. I like do them myself, and I'm not the best. I'm not a cosmetologist or an esthetician. It's not my strong suit. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get that done. Like, the week of I go to So Magical. Now in the mall before pre-COVID, there was this really beautiful Indian store that they will like thread your eyebrows. And then like, if you have like a little areas like here that are sparse, they would use like little henna, like let you wait. They will massage your face, and that area will be filled in for like 6 weeks, right? $15. So you turn around, you give them a $10 tip. They're like, yeah. So I'm like, they're closed, COVID. So I was like, okay, well, let me see what I could find in my area. Why is it to thread eyebrows? It's 20 to 25 now. And to get any kind of tinting with threading is $65. I'm like, I'm in the wrong business. I'm in the wrong business. Yes, it's hard. And then I already know, I think I'm gonna cry when I get it done. I'm not bringing my phone to film because it's been a long time. Like when you do it religiously every 2 weeks, this you be like this, and they be doing it, and you're like, oh yeah, it doesn't hurt. But now, 3 years later, I might be screaming like a child, so I won't be filming that. I'm just throwing that out there. Yeah, I'm in the wrong. Well, yes. Yes, Julie, I'm right here with you, right? So then I was like, okay, I want to get I don't do acrylics because I have really oily nail beds and nothing sticks to my. Okay, maybe I'll do like a gel nail. I seen this really cool thing where they had like all the colors, but half of it was like a moon was like purple and the other half was like a darker purple. And I was like, ooh, I want that. And every place I go, like nail prices are extraordinarily expensive. Like my sister was like, don't check, go look at these reels. And people are getting like dip powder or like gel acrylic nails, and they're like starting off at $150. I'm like, something's happened because I remember you can get like a full set for like $45. I feel old maybe. So I'm like, what is happening here? Yeah, I go. So I wax my own. Like I could do my own eyebrows and like my upper lip because I'm hair. I have. You can't have this much hair and not be hairy. That person's lying to you. I want you to know I'm hairy, but I never touch my brows. I usually just go in with like a really fine razor, mint for eyebrows, and then edge sharpen them up. But I want it to like when you get threading, it looks like you got airbrush underneath your eyebrows. So I was like, yes, getting this done. I know it's gonna hurt because it's been a while, but the pricing, like everything just seems to escalate. And it's my fault because I guess when you're not getting it done, you don't look at the pricing. And I understand like prices are increasing and they're worth their money, every bit of it, because I can't do it. Yeah. Yeah. One time one time, real talk, I went to get my upper lip wax. Yeah, because I'm hairy, right? And this lady was like, oh, this is gonna be like no hurt wax. I'm like, oh my God, yes. My face burned for like 24 hours and I was red. It wasn't like I could, like, you have sunglasses and block your eyebrows from being out there, but it was, I had to go to work. And you couldn't put like compact or concealer over it because it's raw and it's red. Everybody at work was looking at me. I was really embarrassed that day. Yeah. I have embarrassing like situations and I just have to roll with it. So yeah, that's what I plan on doing today. I'm going to make this bag. I'm going to cut out the pattern for the wallet and cut out the pattern for the second bag I need to make tomorrow. And I'm going to be doing a skill building and Patreon video that I'm hoping I can film today at the latest tomorrow. And I'm going to try to think about bags. Yeah, it does. It does. You're like, why is it? I know there's no hair there, but it's so shiny. I wonder, like, have you ever, when those guys that really like have that bald head, do you think they wax it? Because there's no way you shave that every day without having like some kind of stubble or shadow. I have a lot of questions. Yes, I actually bought her, I pre-ordered her kit. I just like her fabrics and what she comes up with. I pre-ordered her kit, so I definitely want to make that wallet. So I think the kits come in between January 7th and the 10th of January 27th to February 10th. Yeah, so I got the box. So I was like, yeah, let me get the box. There's no way. It was because like wouldn't they get like an afternoon shadow on their head though? Because like I've seen people that look like so smooth that a water would just beat on their head. And you're just like, I have questions. I also look at those reels where men go into the barber shop and they'll get like their nose and like their unibrow and their sideburns waxed off. I don't know why I like watching those reels, but they're very intriguing. I also like to watch reels of people getting their hair colored. I love watching people getting things done like that. And then dogs, of course, anything with dogs. And there was one yesterday that with this really cute baby that I had to send to Kendall because that baby's personality was amazing. Yes. Oh yeah. No, you think so? Like, oh yeah, I seen the people do the waxing with their ears. It's not that it's gross. It's just the hair in your ears are there to help like protect you. And I'm just like feeling like would it feel like you have a seashell constantly because you don't have that hair buffer? And then like whenever they do it, it like pulls out like other things other than hair, and you're just like, oh, this is so gross, but I can't turn away. I don't know why I watch those things. I love watching people getting their face waxed. It's the most interesting thing. Yeah, I actually want to see one done in person and just watch. Just I won't have a reaction. I just want to watch. I'm curious. I don't know. And I know I seen one guy get his whole head waxed and I was like that has to be the most painful thing ever. Like, did you take medicine before? Did you drink? Because I don't know. That is I don't know. I feel like I would cry. I cry. I'm not gonna lie. When I got my legs waxed the first time, I cried the whole time, and I know I made the lady uncomfortable because I cried the whole time. Like not fake cry, like holding in and just having tears rolling down your face, crying. Wasn't prepared. So that is all I'm doing today. I hope everybody here has a good day. Do not go out and purchase the binding. I repeat, do not go out and purchase the binding. Oh yeah, my husband and Hope, they love that show. I'll be like, but I want to see it at the same time. Yeah, I seen the chest. I seen it where the guy, I guess he had like a lot of hair on the back of his neck, and opposed to shaving it because everybody else shaves it, he got it waxed. I was like, oh, why? No. No, I'm for your face though. For your face. I'll be like, yeah, no. I don't know. Mm-mm. I will just remain hairy because there's only a certain level of pain that I would inflict on myself. Yeah. See, you all could watch that with Kendall and Hope. Like Hope is really and Hope likes the one with the foot where they like do fixed feet. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, it's so interesting. She's a very intriguing kid. She also likes documentaries with anything with animals. So she's just an interesting kiddo. Yeah, I didn't even know what it was, but I think my husband watches it too. So, because I think that's how she got introduced to it. Like, yeah, pretty much. The things on Disney Plus, like that everyone else watches, we do watch, but it's the things that people may not know that's on Disney Plus, like animal stuff and animal doctors. That's the thing that Hope's into. Like me and her are watching like them tell us what the five deadliest snakes were and like explaining their habitat and how they bite and how many people get bitten by them a year. Like we'll be like, oh. I'm definitely afraid of snakes too, but I believe that you should research what you're afraid of. Yeah, no. I know that Critter Fixers. There it is. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I hope everybody has a really good Friday. I hope you have a really good start of your weekend. Everyone stay safe. stay happy, and keep sewing. Bye.